The secret of the Mona Lisa. Secrets hidden inside a painting. When all the pieces come together, sometimes a very different truth appears. Years ago, a man painted a picture. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary portrait. Yet the deeper you look, the more it seems to whisper strange secrets. Back then, it was just a painting. Today, it is one of the most talked about works of art in the world. The Mona Lisa. So who was Mona Lisa? In what era did she live? And what is hidden behind that famous, mysterious smile? You might say we are overanalyzing the painting. After all, some people look at it and say, it's just a woman's portrait. But others believe it is far more than that. An exhibition of art, intellect, and intention. The Mona Lisa was not created in a single studio. Leonardo worked on it across different cities and different periods of his life, refining it again and again. Some accounts suggest the painting evolved over a 16-year period. Its composition is often associated with the golden ratio and the misfortunes it endured over centuries, being stolen, attacked, and endlessly debated, made it not only famous, but truly unique. Yet the biggest question remains, who was the model for this painting? Considering that Leonardo left behind fewer than 20 paintings in his lifetime, the Mona Lisa is often seen as the purest summary of his mastery as a painter. And Leonardo was not just an artist. He was known for using coded writing in his notebooks, often writing in reverse, deliberately obscuring information, and rearranging notes so that only he could fully understand them. In other words, secrecy and encryption were not foreign concepts to him. That is why some researchers look at the Mona Lisa and wonder, could something be hidden here as well? Layers beneath the painting. One name stands out, Pascal Cotte. Cotte used advanced imaging technology to scan the Mona Lisa and peer beneath its surface. Using ultra-high-resolution scans and multiple light wavelengths, researchers were able to analyze the painting's layers in extraordinary detail. Some techniques reveal Leonardo's preparatory sketches. Others show the thickness of paint layers. Some highlight damage or restorations accumulated over time. In short, the Mona Lisa is not a single flat image. It is more like an archive of time, layered with history. And after these examinations, several unusual claims began to surface. Letters in the eyes. Numbers under the bridge. Some researchers and enthusiasts claim they studied ultra-high-resolution images of the painting for days. According to them, near the bridge on the right side of the background, faint shapes appear. Shapes resembling the numbers 7 and 2. Even more intriguing are the claims about Mona Lisa's eyes. When examined closely, faint markings appear. An L shape in the right eye, an S shape in the left. Together with the number 72, this combination has led some to focus on the painting's background. There are those who believe the landscape resembles the area around Bobbio, a small town in Italy. The winding river, the hills, and especially the stone bridge raise the question, coincidence or intention? Historical records mention a major flood damaging the bridge in 1472, which some interpret as giving meaning to the number 72. Of course, it is difficult to state anything with certainty. Is this a hidden code, pure coincidence, or simply the human tendency to see patterns? Still, the belief that every detail Leonardo touched had meaning continues to fuel these theories. What could the letter S represent? The letter L is often assumed to stand for Leonardo. But what about S? This is where the discussion becomes more controversial, with the introduction of a young figure from Leonardo's life, Salai. Salai was taken into Leonardo's household at a very young age and remained by his side for many years. He was known for his mischief, earning the nickname Little Devil. Some believe Salai was more than just an apprentice. He may have been Leonardo's muse or something more. Supporters of this theory point out similarities between Salai's portraits and the Mona Lisa. The nose, the chin, the facial structure, the smile. Could Salai have been the model? The theory goes even further. If Leonardo needed to conceal such a relationship at a time when homosexuality was punishable by death, where could he hide it safely? Perhaps inside a painting. According to this idea, Leonardo did not paint Salai directly. Instead, he subtly transformed his features, disguising them within another identity. This would explain why Leonardo carried the painting with him for years, continuously refining it in secret. Then comes the wordplay theory. Mon Salai, meaning my little devil, could have evolved into Mona Lisa. This is not proven fact. It may sound like a conspiracy theory. Yet for some, when the pieces are assembled, the narrative feels compelling. Leonardo and his obsession with mirroring. Leonardo's habit of writing backward and using mirrored designs raises another question. Did he also hide messages in his paintings through reflection? Some claim that flipping the Mona Lisa horizontally enhances a three-dimensional effect and makes her gaze feel more direct. Others say mirroring the image creates strange facial forms. At this point, interpretation and reality blur. Was this Leonardo's intention? Or is the human brain simply searching for meaning where none exists? Final thought: secret or interpretation? Paintings like the Mona Lisa remind us of something important. A work of art is not always just paint and canvas. Sometimes mathematics, geometry, psychology, and storytelling merge, allowing each viewer to see a different truth. Leonardo was undeniably a genius. But does genius always mean hidden codes? We may never know with absolute certainty. Still, works like this encourage us to look deeper, challenge our perceptions, and consider what lies beyond the visible. So when you look at the Mona Lisa, do you see just a portrait or a puzzle hiding a story beneath its surface?